next on EA Sports.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 75 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself. I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
Back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Colts come into this one still undefeated despite the 1 tie. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Touching. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Lawrence. This complete to Jones. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
An inside give to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Lawrence will throw.
Touchdown, Colts.
Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Complete. Smith has it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense for the Colts, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's Lawrence.
The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Once more, here's Eckler. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Eckler, they run left side. Gets around him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Try to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Lutz good on the extra point. These two teams all tied after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of
the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jonathan Allen. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. Shifts by him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
16 yards on the play.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Eckler now between the tackles.
And he stopped immediately there. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. It's Eckler again. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that's good for a Miami 1st down.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He gets it complete to Harris.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
He's got Smith here.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
On the give, this is Eckler.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Eckler again.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
A 2-yard loss on the play.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. That's complete to Dobbs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Locates Mooney on the out route. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
It's caught, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Colts pick it up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
2nd down and 3. Now Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Here's Johnson with a reception. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Throwing again on second down.
Lawrence will swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Lawrence.
That's complete right around the 8.
And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and goal.
Lawrence.
Touchdown! Allen Lazard in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. That time a 9-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the 2nd half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
So here are the Colts to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to... The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Lawrence will throw.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete.
Complete to number 5. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
From the 36, Lawrence. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Well, now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Now Lawrence.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence
Completes it to Hardman.
and he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
Kene
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Oh, good move. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Eckler. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Complete to Devontae Smith. A gain of 5. First down, Miami. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was tackled over 27 yards. 2 yards on the pickup.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Going on the ground with Eckler. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the 16, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Indy set to go on offense once more. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Way to go.
Now Lawrence.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Wide open receiver, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And this one is right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now Lawrence on first down. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times did we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at about the 14. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Another
good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Jones has it.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here pulled in by Lazard.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Able to find Lazard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They run the option left with Lawrence.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Jones, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Lawrence.
Flush, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, the D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want, they go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Colts, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.